We find a great number of highly talented students at this career fair, and it's just a great opportunity to get to know so many talented candidates at one time.
Well, we're excited to be back.
Yeah.
This is a long-standing tradition for us to be here, and we think it's a great opportunity to get in front of students and for them to learn a little bit more about us.
Yeah.
One of the best ways, actually. Right after the fairs, it's such a great opportunity. We capture who we've talked with, and it always translates into really excellent candidates who are really excited and interested.
Yeah, the career fair has been going very well so far. I just got out of an interview with the company, so it's been going well. I've been able to get around, talk to a few different companies, and I feel like it's definitely a great opportunity to just kind of get my name out there and try to figure something out.
What I like about the fair is they have the recruiters here, the people that will be looking at your resume will be here, so you get to talk to them, get to know who they are, because more than likely you'll be talking to them when you do interviews.
It's been pretty exciting. I was really nervous at first, but after I kind of worked my way through a couple booths, the nerves went away, so I feel a lot better.
I like the candy. No, I'm just kidding. I just like the fact that when you come here, there's all these different opportunities laid out for you. It's a lot easier than looking online and trying to find a job, and there's more of a personal relationship that you can build with those people, and then they know who you are and you give them a resume.
Really what I tell them is that there's so much opportunity here and that the recruiters are just people. To not be nervous, to really just be able to talk about themselves and to be able to be honest with who they are, what they're looking for, and to go through their resume, talk about their experiences. And it doesn't have to be memorized. They know who they are, so really just being able to bring through your strengths, your experiences, and you really have nothing to lose. The worst thing they could say is, you're not a great fit here, but the best thing that they can say is, we'd love to interview you.
Know what kind of internship they're interested in. So if they can come to us and say, I'm looking for an internship working with animals, or I'm looking for an internship working in a teaching capacity, or in a communications type setting, that helps us gear them right away to the appropriate area at the zoo that would work well for them. So that way they can come prepared and we can really have a good conversation about what's right for them.
So I guess my first piece of advice is to talk to others that have been at the event in the past and learn what has worked well for them, as well as what they would do differently. The next piece of advice is for the student to go to their career center and talk to the staff there about what to expect and how best to prepare.
Yeah.
Baby steps is always a good thing. Start early. You don't have to meet every employer that is here at this event. That would be far too aggressive and overwhelming. So have a plan, have a strategy, a handful of organizations that you're prepared to talk to. Show up and shine and have a good time and put a smile on your face and just give it a shot.
Cool.
First impressions are important. They're not the be-all catch-all. Just because you may not make a good first impression, shoot in on the second, communicate. You have to be able to communicate. If you can't give eye contact and you can't communicate back and forth, it makes it very difficult for an employer to see fitting that person into their organization.
I think the best thing that I learned just from today is you gotta be yourself and you gotta not put on a front of like, I need to be like a really important person and all this stuff. Like, you need to relax and just be like, hey, I'm here, this is who I am, this is what I did. I'm really interested in your company, and maybe just throw in a little personality, because that helped me in a lot of places.
Meet with as many different employers as you can, and don't limit yourself to one particular field. I think it's just best at this point, as you're a junior or senior, just explore a variety of options, because I think you just never know what you don't know, and there's a lot of different avenues out there to explore, and there are so many different employers here in one spot that it's a great opportunity to really gain some exposure to some fields you may not have thought you might be interested in.
Look at the list of employers that are coming and pick a few of them that you'd like to talk to. then you can learn a little bit about those, so you'll be ready and you'll be a lot less nervous when you're at the job fair if you've already picked a few companies or organizations that you know you're really interested in.
You know, I love when people approach the booth. If they don't know a lot about us, that's totally fine, but just showing that interest and passion. We are really looking for people who know they want to do something meaningful like this and may not know quite what it is and just really willing to learn. We are really looking for talented, motivated, recent college graduates who want to make this difference, as I've mentioned earlier. And so when they're coming to the booth, if they can express that to me and their enthusiasm for it, there is a place for them.
I think the most important thing students can do is feel prepared about the day. And what that means is preparing well in advance so they understand what are their skills, what are their values, what are they looking for. They've prepared enough to understand which employers are going to have what kinds of opportunities so that they can feel prepared again to present themselves with their very brief introduction, their personal commercial. They can make a great impression with an employer. But I think every student should come to the fair, get their feet wet, feel comfortable, and have that great sensation of, I did a really great job today. I knew what I was looking for, I knew how to present myself well, and either I learned a lot and or I made a great impression with employers.